ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रीहरिं परमानंदम उपदेष्टारमीश्वरम् व्यापकं सर्वलोकानां कारणं तं नमाम्यहम्। वर्ष नंबर 101। नित्याभासादृते प्राप्तिः न भवेत् सचिदात्मनः तस्मात् ब्रह्मनिधि ध्यासे जिज्ञासु श्रेयसे चिरम्। सज लोक तस्मात् ब्रह्म निदिध्यासे। So tasmat means therefore, because of this reason. Brahma nididhyase. The Brahman is to be contemplated upon. Now, who has to do jigyasu? The one who is seeker of truth. And when the person or jigyasu has to do after Shravanam and Mananam. That's why we have been talking a lot on Shravanam aspect. Because if we do not do Shravanam, where is Mananam? And if we do not do Mananam, where is Nididhyasanam? So nowadays, everybody straight away goes to Nididhyasanam. Especially in West, yoga means what? Little bit asana, namesake, breathing exercise pranayama. But dhyanam is very popular. This dhyanam, that dhyanam, kundalini dhyanam, this dhyanam, because somebody said very nicely, when I did kundalini dhyanam, I saw a person. And again, when I met that person, my heart started beating. Thank God, your heart started beating because in our time, all these movies, Indian movies were there. So they will say, when you see a person, if the bell rings with him, that means perfect. So nowadays that bell ringing is gone. Here is what my heart starts beating. Okay. Anyway, it may appear as funny, but people are crazy. Why Adi Shankaracharya highlights? Because, as you know, up to verse number 99, the main chapter was completed. That Brahma is Satyam. Other than Brahman, everything is Vidya. Or you can say Atma, and there is nothing called Anatma later on. And of course, try to talk a little bit about Prarabdha to establish that there is Nothing called prarabdha, because if prarabdha exists, then there are two satyas, there are two atmas. Then a lot of other problem will come. While discussing all these things, but discovers the person is not yet ready. Not the person is not yet prepared. That's why we say compassion, or without compassion, the teaching is like, putting the seeds on a barren land without taking care of the land. It's like, take amount of some amount of seed, throw on the barren land, or you can say stone on stone, okay? A patch of stone. What will happen? Those seed will get wasted. So also, if the teaching is not supported by compassion, the teaching will not have any impact. That's why by default, compassion is added to the teaching. And that's why later on, I don't want to get into this religious aspect. So when they bring any god or any this thing, so they add compassion. However, here he says, look, out of compassion, now Adi Shankaracharya brings this concept. He says, look, nitya abhyasa rite. Now he says, look, that without this adapting abhyas, without adapting what? This contemplation regularly, what will happen? He says, Sachidat Manaha, the Atma, that which is absolute Sat, existence, and Chit, that means the knowledge. Na bhavet. So na bhavet means a translation, it does not have, it does not exist. But here meaning would be what? Cannot be understood. So without doing regular Nididhyasanam, especially for a Manda Madhyama Adhikari. Because if we happens to be Uttama Adhikari, if you are Uttama Adhikari, you will not continue in the class, okay? By this time, Sir Swamiji, I am enlightened, okay? Some people also say, Swamiji, I am enlightened, I am going, okay? That's another level, okay? So what sort of enlightenment, don't ask me, okay? And however, so here he says that, look, now being Manda Madhyama Adhikari, not settled my vasanas, my habitual errors, not looked at, and it is like, no, like you have wound, fresh wound, but skin has come up. Looks nice. But when you are with the people, no problem. But when you are alone, so it starts paining, cup, 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 cup. Inside something is like as though itching. What is happening means inside there is already pause. Then when you go to the doctor, what does the doctor do? Doctor will not give you antibiotic or anything else. Doctor will say, look, first thing is, let me cut a little bit, bring out the pause. Once I bring out the old stuff, then it will start healing by itself. If it does not heal by itself, then antibiotic and other things can be given. Can you see this point? So mind also is like no covering. Everything looks like I am perfect. Everything's perfect. Everything looks like perfect. Then you go for antibiotic, this and that. Yes, antibiotic heals, not that it does not heal. Or you take painkillers. That's the best example. Yes, you don't feel, but inside it starts getting more and more rotten. So what is to be done? We have to take a needle, not you, okay, a doctor, okay, nicely to cut. Then the moment you do it, you know what is all about it. Because I had gone through this example in my life. I cannot forget this incident. That was my, looks like fast trip to Japan, maybe last trip. So uh, when I had been there, so there was some issue, and something I think this here something entered in this finger, and I think the second day or third day, correct. And now I remember the my drinking coffee drinking glass, so new one. So they did not clean properly. So then when I was cleaning, so that entered something. So this small brass particle might have got inside, and it started becoming swelling big. What I could have done, I could have put and bring out the blood, that white blood. I did not do it because my mind is so strong. I said, hey, nothing will happen. Don't do it. And imagine 20 days I managed with the hand, finger, this thing. Nothing means nothing I felt. Everything was perfect. Then program got over. I came to Tokyo. The moment, because one night I have to stay in Tokyo. When I was staying in Tokyo one night, you may believe it or not, night I didn't sleep. Because now mind is not no more occupied. All my problem came back with a force. And it was so painful. I cannot forget. And first time in my life, I never carry painkiller. I had carried some painkiller. I take, I took that those painkiller. Then okay, somehow next day I had to board. I boarded. In Bangkok, I was a layover. You may believe it, and I was lying down with the painkiller and other things. I did not know, some 4 or 5 hours I have spent. In fact, luckily I was at the right place. Somebody called me. Are you traveling in this flight? One attendant. I said, yes, sir. Almost is going to get closed. I said, oh. Then when I came to the doctor, I called the doctor. And doctor said, wherever you are, come quickly. And what the doctor do? First thing is got it. No other choice. Then after that, whether antibiotics required or not, that is secondary. This is just example I also have gone through. You also might have gone through in your life. So also my mind. So when my vasanas are not properly kept in order, this is the most important aspect, okay? When my vasanas are not properly kept in order, now and then it pops up. But in a common place or when mind is occupied, I feel I am good, I am okay, I am perfect. Remember, this is not going to be helpful to you at all, especially when you grow old. I gave you that's my personal example. When I was occupied with the program, I didn't feel at all. But the moment program got over, now I have time. So mind starts, bugging. So here, same thing also. For Manda Madhyama Adhikari. So this Manda Madhyama Adhikari, that means the one who is, always in trouble, low and medium. So that those person, for them, what happened? He says, look, Nityam, regularly, Chirakalam, means as long as possible, for the sake of moksha, they have to do contemplation. And this contemplation is to be done because if it is not, then Atma cannot be understood. Atma will be understood what? Like a group of people, a group of blind people goes to zoo to understand what is elephant. Somebody touches the trunk, wow, comes back, and starts swinging. Oh, say, look, elephant is like a swinging place, okay? Somebody catches hold of the leg, says, hey, look, elephant is like a pillar. Somebody tries to touch one of the back, oh, it's like a wall. Somebody tries to hold a tail, say, no, after all, it is a rope. Somebody goes and touches the tusk and says, no, whatever you may say, it is very sharp animal. All are right. Nobody's wrong. But they don't have complete picture of elephant. And the consequences, if you think it is a pillar and you try to catch hold of the leg of the elephant, what will happen? If you think it is wall, you want to lean upon, you know what will happen. If you think that it is a rope, let me tie down, then what will happen, So also in my life. Now, with this background, now says, look, when I have to meditate, I have to contemplate. That's a long back when I was talking on meditation, this book that is being published in different languages too. We were talking this called Vedantic meditation. So this Vedantic meditation is nothing but called Nididhyasanam. And prior to this Vedantic meditation, all other meditation is supposed to be done. Then only things will happen. Or else, if you try to only look at Vedantic meditation, you will have a lot of other complications. However, again, let me not get into because or else we'll keep talking this thing. Now he says, look, let me elaborate this 15 angas. What are they? Verse number 102 and 103 will take together. Yamo hi niyamastyagaha maunam desascha kalataha asanam mulabandhascha deha samyam cha dukstitihi pranasayam manam chaiva pratyaharascha dharana atmadhyanam samadhischa प्रोक्तान्यंगानि वैक्रमा says angani kramat proktani. So anga means limbs or you can say steps here. The steps kramat in order proktani are described. So what he does very nicely, you have to be very clear and careful from now onwards. Because in yoga shastra, there are 8 angas. And he is also going to take them. Not that he is not going to take. But he is going to say 15. He is adding some more. Now, one need to see the difference between yoga angas and Vedanta angas or Nididhyasana angas. Instead of Vedanta angas, Nididhyasana angas. Or else it's a disaster. Then, or else what you'll do? You will mix Yoga Vedanta Academy. You understand? So you want to do some khichdi from here, little bit there, little. Yes, khichdi is very good for whom? When you are sick, because especially in Pahad area in mountain, people when they become sick, they eat khichdi. Khichdi means little rice, little lentil put together and cook. Easy to digest. So everything put little bit here and there, we call it is a khichdi. Okay. However, let us not again get into how here one should see the difference. And when you can see the difference, when you know what is 8 angas of yoga and you have spent time in that. Then with the understanding, when you try to look at same anga, you will find the difference. And that difference is something to be looked into. Let me not again get into too much. The first one, he says, Yamaha. So Yamaha means we'll see later on, as he himself will explain, that the control of senses. Let us hold as it is, but we'll see the clear definition what Adi Shankaracharya would like to highlight. That's why beforehand I have prepared through the write-ups. So already yama, niyama, and today also I have covered tyaga, okay? So secondly comes niyama. Niyama means, in short, the control of the mind. So in the form of positive performance. So there is a difference. Then third is tyaga. So tyaga means, here he adds differently, separately, tyaga. Now called renunciation, the act of giving of things. So you start acting to give up, especially, remember, especially Tamil Nadu people, bhogi. So Pongal comes, before Pongal there is a day, okay? I call as a smoky day. Means all onward they are supposed to clear things, okay? But which cannot be used. And only those things they will bring it out, okay? I don't want to get into controversy. Let me not get into, okay? However, so this is act of giving. That means in your mind, you have decided to give up. Because when you start giving up, then only you will start releasing yourself, you will start enjoying yourself better. That's why we say, at the time of death, you cannot hold on to anything. That person suffers towards end who holds on to. You have to give it. The more you start giving it, when there is an act of giving, then you release yourself. And when you release yourself, that's all. And the best example you can see, animals. Animals don't suffer. If you look at in comparison to human beings, animals don't suffer much with reference to dying time. Do you know why? Because any animal, look at your dog, pet. Once they give up, that they cannot survive. The moment they give up, within one day, they collapse. Sometimes few hours. But there are dogs, if they don't want to give up because too much attached to the place, comfort, whatever. So when they don't give up, they struggle. Same thing also human being. Observe. So here Tyaga will see in details later on. Renunciation in short, but the act of giving up things. Then he adds another one called Maunam. Maunam means silence. Maintaining silence. Starting from physical and later on internal. That also we'll see in details. Then he adds another point. Desha, we'll see in details, okay? Desha means space or a place. Cha, kalata means kalam, time. Also, this is new addition. Then he comes, after yama niyama, he added this many. Then he thought, okay, let me go back again to yoga. Then he says, asanam. Asana means posture. We'll be seeing in details. Do you know? It's very important. Not, do you know, while sitting, if you cannot sit for half an hour, even if we have got half an hour class, oh, it's paining. So I need a chair. I need this. Oh, like no, all yoga people, when they sit in the class, you know. Inevitable, I don't know where from this came, okay? Who is this inventor of this? Any yoga fellow, you go to any yoga center, the moment lecture starts, till that time they will be talking nice chatting. The moment neck exercise will start. If you just observe, it's a very, very funny thing, okay? And some of them also do the back massage, okay? And those who are devotees, another one group is devotee from Mauritius group, is a funny group now, okay? They are going crazy. So, Japam, listening time, Japam. What are the funny groups you have? You cannot think of. And some people know, they'll close the eyes. Oh, I'm listening to it. You should not close your eyes and listen to it. That means either you are mentally tired or physically tired. Or your mind is closed already. You understand what I'm trying to say? In fact, I do it when I don't want to listen to. So because some talks will be going on. So if I'm not interested to listen to, close the eyes. Swami is in meditation, okay? But in reality, Swamiji is dozing off, okay? However, let me not again get into too much. Asanam is a posture that is to be maintained. So the for half an hour, please try to maintain a posture. Because if you cannot maintain just a posture for half an hour, what sort of Vedanta will enter in you? Nothing will enter. Don't waste your time and my time. I'm telling you openly. I'm very blunt in this regard. Nothing is going to enter. So we'll be seeing in details, okay? Don't worry. This is just, I'm giving you, teaser, okay? However, then he says, look, he adds one more point. Mula bandha. So Mula bandha means, here he says, a type of lock for disciplining body. So where you pull one particular chakra, especially your anus, so that you pull it up. And why and how, that also will be seeing. This is extra he adds. Then he says, look, then deha samyam. So deha samyam means that holding the body steady. Not, all this, all sort of exercise you do it, okay? Oh, let me stretch my leg. I'm tired, okay? Let me, shake my body. Imagine, this is what I always try to say. Now while talking, now I do like this. Will you like it? No, be honest. Will you like it? But how can you do that? See, what you don't like, at least don't do that. That's why we don't talk hours together, okay? We just talk 30 minutes, 40 minutes. That's why anywhere I take class, I don't go more than 40 minutes. But that 40 minutes also people cannot. Oh, I'm having this problem. I'm that happening. Swamiji, you don't know I'm an old person. Then be buried. Why are you coming to Vedanta class? Being old, you are a gold. Gold is gold, okay? Gold should be in a proper place, okay? Protected place. Don't be available in the public. You understand? No, no, no. I want to be in the class. Then if you want to be in the class, behave properly. Don't bring your excuse. Because once you give excuse to your mind, whole life you will look for excuse. You understand what I'm trying to say? One thing really I'm not telling you, I hate excuses. Whenever a person comes up with a excuse, that means something is sick mind. Don't never try to give excuse. Take responsibility. Say sorry. Go ahead. Life is all about improving, not excusing oneself. Being looking for sympathy or empathy or whatever pathy. Okay, at least take homeopathy. Okay. Coming back. So because I should not be too tough. Okay. Then comes after Dehashamyam. So that means ensuring there is equilibrium. You don't create any disharmony in you, nor you create disharmony in the surrounding. Carrying yourself the way you are supposed to carry. Can you see this point? Carrying yourself the way you are supposed to carry. Any given situation. This will have impact. That's why a jnani, a wise person, among children becomes another child. With learned people, the most learned person. With arrogant people, the most arrogant fellow. According to the situation, you have to move. So this comes when you are practicing it. If you don't do all these things, no, Swamiji, according to me, everybody should get adjusted. You have to understand. Nah? Because why I'm trying to say this thing, when we were studying, in our time, almost everybody was sitting on the ground. So it was really nice, this thing. Those who come for once a few days, but that's different thing altogether. But all the students were sitting on the ground. Towards the end, Swamiji, when I saw some courses, now almost everybody sits on the chair. And some people sit on the chair with Padmasana or with Sukhasana. Then why to sit on the chair? The ego. And you think they can study Vedanta? It's just time pass. I don't want to get into controversies, but please understand the situation what I'm trying to communicate. However, again coming back to the point here, then next is called Druk-sthiti. So Druk-sthiti means here the steadiness of vision. That means the eye contact. When there is eye contact, then you will see. Whereas when your mind is not clear, you cannot have eye contact. Try. You will not have. So then what happened? You try to find out some excuse. And this is not going to work. I am not getting into this. Druk-sthiti has got a bigger explanation. We'll be seeing in due course of time. Then comes prana sayamanam. So here, this is comes under again Ashtanga. Prana sayamanam is equal to pranayama. So that means where you start disciplining your mind and body by regulating prana, by breathing, you can say. Then comes pratyahara. Pratyahara also part of yoga. So pratyahara means what? Here he says nothing but learning to withdraw. So withdrawal of the mind. Dharana. Dharana is nothing but focusing the mind on an object. So if you decide, no, let me attend class. Now let me at least what? Focus on this subject. No, actually, Swamiji, I have some problem. I have to go and attend. Actually, my gas is on, okay? I am cooking actually morning breakfast because after the class I have to rush. Swamiji, for you, no problem. For you, you get up and ashram, everything is taken care because I have to do this thing. So then what I do now, while getting up, either you can go, some of you do get up without your knowledge. If video is on, you are out, okay? Please, at least don't do that much, okay? So switch up the video, go. Let Swamiji talk. Now let me switch up the gas and come back. This is just an example, okay? You know what you do, okay? Let me not talk that point either. That's why when in between you switch up the video, do this, that means something wrong. Just look at yourself. However, this is your problem, not my problem. Dharana. Then after dharana, he brings, instead of dhyanam, he brings atma dhyanam. Why he brings atma dhyanam? Because here contemplation on atma means there is already teaching backed up, or else you will start visualizing. I saw red light, I saw blue light, I saw this man, I saw that woman, I saw this, I went to heaven. Okay, so it's another tree. But here is atma dhyanam. Then, of course, after that, what happens? Finally, says, look, now dhyanam, when we say contemplation of atma, most important thing is the mind now is maintained upon focused object for a length of time. So when the mind is maintained, there is a maintenance. Able to dwell upon any subject matter, here atma. Now what is atma? That everything is atma. We'll be seeing in details. That means wherever, whatever I see, wherever mind dwells, there I see atma. I see karanam, not karyam. And of course we'll see later on. Then final one is called samadhi. Samadhi means what? Total absorption, where deliberate effort is no longer involved. So that means what? The will is absorbed. Here, spontaneously, your will is absorbed. So no willpower. And this is called samadhi. And interestingly, these are the 15 steps of Nididhyasanam. Don't try to say Nididhyasanam. Oh, I am doing Nididhyasanam. And of course, tomorrow we'll see. The first one is, what is Yamaha? Let us read and we'll stop it. Sarvam Brahmeti Vijnana Indriya Grama Sanyamaha Yamo Yamiti Sampruktaha Abhyasaniyo Moho. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Dachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.